Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another versus matchup type of video, kind of on a Broly spree right now. Want to give my thoughts on this one. Viewer requested, very interesting. Who would win, who would actually win between the Legendary Super Saiyan from the Dragon Ball Z universe, Broly versus Marvel's The Incredible Hulk? Alright, great. So I want to thank you guys for going ahead and suggesting this one. I think it's a great topic. It's a great idea for who would win because you have two kind of similar characters in a way. Well, they have some good similarities, I think, in terms of how they fight, their energy and everything. I mean, even Broly's energy is green, and you think of green, you think of the Hulk if you're talking comic books, of course. Or green, you know, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, I guess, but the Hulk if you're thinking Marvel anyway. So if you guys have any other great versus matchup type suggestions, please send them to me through a private message because I do enjoy doing these types of videos and people do enjoy watching them. So for this one, this is a really tough one, and I usually pick ones that are kind of difficult to say because I think they're the most interesting. With this one here, it really comes down to a question of just how strong is the Incredible Hulk with, you know, in comparison to the Z fighters. It is very hard to say. Now, Broly is a character that he's not at your kind of planetary power type range. And what I mean by that is when you think of certain characters like the Avengers, for example, they're like a planetary type power level type group, you know, if you want to think about power level. You know, Iron Man, for example, is very effective on Earth with his different armors, his different weapons, weaponry, different tools like this, which the Hulk is kind of, you know, close to. I mean, we've seen in comic books lots of times if the Hulk, you know, strays off too far, you'll have armor like the Hulkbuster, you'll have, you know, different things like this to face off against him. If he rages out too much, starts destroying too many things, you know, they have measures in place to try to control him, to try to stop him. I don't think there's anything that the human race could do to try to control a character like Broly. He is too uber powerful to the point where, like his father Paragus, for example, uses some kind of magic control to try to suppress his power rather than using some kind of mechanical thing to try to control them when he does rage. And here's the big difference between the two. When the Hulk rages and the Hulk goes crazy and starts going on, you know, smashing up a city or something like that, you know, unless he stopped, he could destroy a whole city or two, or maybe a country, let's say, in his rage, right? But when Broly goes nuts, he destroys planets, you know, galaxies, like it's nothing. He'll go through and he'll just one planet to another, and he'll just obliterate them to pieces, you know, within, you know, almost no time. And he can go through, you know, a few galaxies like this. So like in the movie Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, he's destroying the South Galaxy, which is why the Z fighters are addressed to go and attempt to stop him, or at least Goku is. And then Vegeta is brought there by Paragus, as Paragus sees him as a threat, as well as the Z fighters on Earth, to stop him in his plan. But nevertheless, when you think of the comparison between the two, Broly going to planet inside of a galaxy and just destroying the whole thing, you know, like nothing, or you have a character like the Hulk, that Hulk smash, yeah, he goes around, and I guess if he really wanted to, he could probably destroy the Earth with his strength. He could rip apart, you know, maybe knock it out of orbit or something like that, hit it so hard that it goes out of orbit, or destroy it, you know, in a fashion of just tearing the actual ground apart, you know, hitting it so hard that it just shakes apart or something. And I don't think that's out of the realm of your imagination when you think about a character like the Incredible Hulk. But I don't see him as being a character that is well suited to destroy a whole galaxy or something like that, to that type of power. First of all, he can't fly, and that's a big problem with Broly. Now, some people say, oh, big deal, he can't fly, he can jump so far. Yeah, but with a character like Broly, that's a huge problem. Here's why. Because if Broly and the Hulk were to throw down on a planet like Earth, and nobody was there to intervene to stop them, Broly's going to destroy the whole planet in no time. I mean, the planet's going to be gone. You know, even when the Z fighters are fighting him, there's the comet coming in and stuff like that. But Broly had destroyed a planet in the process of fighting the Z Fighters. It probably wasn't a very big planet, but he did. If he fights someone like the Incredible Hulk and his strength is being tested like that, first of all, if he doesn't, because of his uber power, if he doesn't just smash the Hulk right then and there, the planet they're fighting on is going to be destroyed. Now, in outer space, Broly should be fine. I mean, he can fly around, he can go to another planet, he can, he's so fast, he can move fast enough to catch his breath or whatever, because I'm not sure whether or not he breathes, but anyway, he can travel through space. He can do that without too much trouble. The Hulk cannot. The Hulk is grounded, he's going to be. And as a result, if these two were to throw down, even if the Hulk is winning and Broly destroys the planet, now what? Broly could easily use an energy blast or something to shoot him into the sun or something like that and kill him in such a fashion. Or just use one of his energy blasts that destroys the planet to destroy him. So in this one, to me, at the start, it sounds like it sounds like a close one at the beginning because of the Hulk's strength. But when you think in terms of scale and what we associate those characters with, some people will say the Hulk's strength is limitless. They'll go with this kind of way of thinking. Maybe in terms of limitless in terms of like the Marvel universe. And I think that makes sense. But put him in the Dragon Ball type universe, I don't think his powers are limitless anymore. Same as Perfect Cell, as a lot of these other characters that, like Cell thinks he's perfect. And we soon realize that there really isn't a such thing in the Dragon Ball universe as perfect. And limitless in Dragon Ball is not really limitless, if you guys understand what I'm saying. It just means that, his power would be somewhere in the millions or the billions or something like that. But, even gods in the Dragon Ball universe, they even have power levels that they have their limits too, and they're god levels. So I would say personally between Broly and the Hulk, I think Broly is just at another level than the Hulk. I think we associate with him the ability to, be an intergalactic threat versus the Hulk as somebody who is more of a citywide, countrywide, threat, not a planetary threat. So Broly in this one for me, you can say they're both limitless. You can say their strength is both, their power is both limitless. To me, personally, I think of Broly as stronger than the Hulk, and even worst case scenario, if the Hulk was winning, Broly could easily destroy the planet that they're fighting on, survive the blast. The Hulk would not be able to. He would be stranded in outer space, or Broly could blow him into the sun or do lots of things like that. Because he can fly, the Hulk is at a huge disadvantage in that situation because he's going to be paralyzed. He's not going to be able to move in outer space, basically, aside from maybe jumping off the rubble, right? Something like that. So there's my logic. There's the way I break it down. Trev says, if Broly and the Hulk were to throw down, Broly smashes the Hulk. There it is. Let me know what you guys think about it. If you see it going down a different way, write it in the comments below. But don't be a fanboy and just say the Hulk because I love the Hulk. If you're going to say the Hulk's going to win, give me a reason how. Give me a way how this could happen. Because I don't see it. Unless he's able to keep the planet together, get Broly down, and he is stronger than Broly, and just smash him into oblivion or kill him in such a fashion. I don't see it. I don't see it. Bad matchup for the Hulk. I say this one, the Hulk loses. If you guys like the video, please thumb it up, like it below. If you have more suggestions, send them to me, private message them. And that's pretty much all I got to say for this one. Call it here. It's it for this video, guys. See you for the next one. It's Trev, as always, saying peace.